Hello, welcome to Martha's Fragrance Corner. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is my weekly what I've been warming video. I have my little basket that I throw things in as I warm them, and I have a mix of Scentsy and Lavender wax in here. I think I have like 5 Scentsy bars in here. So, you know, kind of a typical week for me. I do work from home twice a week and then work in the office 3 days a week. And last week was crazy town, but it's always nice. I think I mentioned this in my Facebook group. At least on days I get to work from home, I get to melt wax, and no matter how crazy the day may be, at least there's like, I can be in my sweats and my fuzzy socks and I've got wax melting, and that just makes things better anyway. But hopefully you guys all had a good week last week. I forgot to look to see if last week was a full moon or something. I don't know, but it was, there was a lot going on, But anyway, let me get my wax sorted here. And while I'm doing that, let me know what was some of your favorites from last week. What did you warm? You know, what's been going on with you? Did you get a Scentsy Club order? You know, are you, all about vendor wax? There's been some openings. I think Sassy Girl Aroma had her opening this weekend, so I'm so excited for her and excited for all of us really to get to, you know, have her back. If you missed my video a few days ago, I did do my top 5 vendor wax video, kind of an update of that one, and you know, I think no surprise that Sassy Girl Aroma was in my top 5. So if you missed that, I can link it up here, and I'll make sure to put it at the end of this video. So anyway, let's get started. If you want to hear what I warmed and where I warmed it and my thoughts on the wax that I warmed, then stick around. We're going to start with Scentsy here. I always do. I don't know, just habit, I think. I am a creature of habit for sure. So that's just the way I do things. I start with Scentsy and then I move on to vendor wax. I do timestamp everything in case you're not interested in Scentsy. Get that out of the way, and then, you know, you can follow along with timestamps. I'm going to be looking down at this book. This was a book that Bunny Sun, she has a channel here on YouTube. I don't think she's made a video in over a year. She had sent me a prototype of a wax journal she was working on. I don't know if she published it or not, but I found it again. I'm like, you know what? Let me use it and take some notes here. I don't write everything down that I warmed, but it helps me, especially at the beginning of the week where I'm like, where did I warm that? Because I want to give you good information, right? Hopefully helpful information. That's why people like watching warm reviews. Speaking of that, before I get started, I always start chatting. Before I get started on the wax, I've got something marinating in my head. And usually when I have an idea in my head, I kind of keep thinking about it, but I'll throw it out there, because when I do, then it happens. Then it's like there's some accountability on doing what I say I want to do. Just like my top 5 video, I was super busy this week, but I'm like, I said I was going to try to get it out by the end of the week, and so it gives me a little motivation. But I've been thinking, because this is a weekly thing that I do. It's always on Mondays that I post this video, unless I'm traveling and I can't, and I usually give people a heads up. But I've been thinking about the idea of doing this as a live, because I think, you know, I just love in lives that interaction. And although I really love and appreciate all the chats, and we do chat below, and hopefully you're chatting with each other as well, and the interaction in the chat, in the description, it's still, there's a delay, right? And so I don't know, it'd be something like coffee, like a Sunday morning coffee live on what I warmed. I don't know. Or it could be my monthly check-in live. I'm not sure, but I kind of feel like having some kind of a regular cadence where I do a live on, you know, a regular wax video that I do, and I thought that might be fun. Anyway, Gotta think about that one. But anyway, let's get started with wax. You know, I talk. So let's start with whipped frosting. Whipped frosting. This is one that I've been warming today. It's been going 9 hours now downstairs. And on cold, it smelled like, I thought on cold this could be like a okay throw. Probably not that one that I would put in open space for fear that, it's a bakery scent. It might not really be that strong. I was wrong. This one is very strong. I would give it like a 8 out of 10 in throw. So up there, and I didn't even use the whole clamshell downstairs, and I'm glad because I saved these last two thinking I'd warm them in the bathroom downstairs, and maybe this one, when I have like an extra cube, it kind of goes in the bathroom, or maybe I'd put this in the guest room, but I'm going to keep these last ones here as a little mixer because I do feel like this bar, for me, would be something I'd want to use maybe as I'm kind of mixing something else, not necessarily mixing in the same warmer, but maybe if I had a coffee scent going in the morning, kind of the coffee and the whipped frosting, like a bakery scent, or if there's something that might be kind of a fruity lemon or real lemony and I want to tone it down with some creaminess. This is very creamy. It's a good, I think, mixer bar. I don't feel like on its own it's something like I'd be like, ooh, I just want to smell whipped frosting, but I think mixing it with something would be fun. Again, like in an alternative warmer, or it'll meld in the open space with something else. But it's a good performer. This is whipped frosting. I have another bar of this, but really impressed that was as strong as it was in open space. Okay, and so I'm going to look down at the ones that I did write down that I warmed a while ago. This one is Tatooine Sunsets. This is from May of last year. This is cardamom, pink pepper, and vetiver. So I warmed this down in open space, and I would say this was a 7 out of 10 as far as throw. The scent, I like cardamom, I like vetiver. I felt like it was missing like one more kind of scent note, maybe a soft floral, something to round this out a little bit more. I just felt like it was a little flat. Like for me, there was just like a scent note missing, right? I don't know, when you're making something and you're like, oh, it's missing a little something. And that's what I felt about this one. I also got a slight bit of a waxy note to it. So for that reason, out of the 3 Star Wars bars that I've warmed recently, another one I'll talk about in a second. In fact, I'll talk about that next. This was actually my least favorite, and I thought it was going to be my favorite. I liked it. It's not that I didn't like it, but it was like, just came up short on the scent, just a little bit for me. So that is Tatooine Sunsets. So let's talk about the other one. I think I talked about Hoth Winter last week, or Winter Hoth Winter. I can't remember what that one was called, but then part of me was like, no, I thought I was going to save them all for this week. So regardless, I don't have that clamshell because I probably talked about it last week, but I did like that one. That one had a minty note to it, but not super pepperminty. I actually like that one quite a bit. And then I also liked Endor Forest. So Endor Forest is cedarwood. What else is in here? Fir balsam, needles, eucalyptus leaves. This one smells very familiar. Like when I warmed this in the bedroom, so it was upstairs, I'd say it had good performance as well, probably like 7 out of 10. I could smell it, the doors open and all that. A very nice tree scent. It's a very nice tree scent. I think the eucalyptus adds a little bit of a freshness to it. Green, lovely. This is a lovely bar. Do I need it in a club? No, I don't. But man, this was so familiar. So if you've smelled this one, is it Sleigh Ride? I'm feeling like there was a bar that I warmed this winter from Scentsy that was just very similar. Yeah, and it's probably the balsam fir, I think, that's sticking out and making me think like it was like one of the Scentsy woodsy scents, but that is Indoor Forest. I did enjoy this one, but licensed bars are now more expensive, and I don't feel like it was anything more special than the regular Scentsy woodsy bars. Wow, my mouth. Okay, Lucky in Love. Lucky in Love. This is from Bring Back My Bar that we just had, I believe. I believe this one is supposed to be a dupe of Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, if I'm correct. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Now, that is a perfume I've not smelled in years. So I can't, I mean, I didn't smell this and go, it definitely smells like a perfume, but I didn't go like, ooh, that smells like Love Spell, because I don't remember. But this is perfumey. Lucky in Love. This is scent notes of mandarin, bergamot, orange with hints of peaches and berries. I warmed this upstairs in the bedroom. This was way too strong. I felt like it was just like poured perfume or something. It was a lot. I had it here in the bedrooms. I had to turn it off before bed because I'm like, oh, this is too much. Too floral, too feminine, too perfumey for me. 10 out of 10 as far as throw. Fantastic performance. This is one that I'm sure would last days because it lasted, I mean, I had it on all day, but I couldn't anymore. I wasn't going to be able to sleep with it on. So Lucky in Love, that's just not for me. It's just too much perfume for me. Okay, last but not least is Petals in Peaches. Now, this was a scent of the month in January. This one I warmed down in open space. It's scent notes of freesia, warm vanilla, amber, and stone fruit. Why can't I talk? I love this on cold when I smelled it. It's a bar that I would not have purchased had it not been in my whiff box because I think I would have thought the petals would be too floral and the peach. You know, I'm starting to feel that I do like Scentsy's peach, but it would have scared me and I wouldn't have purchased it. But, you know, luckily for the whiff box, I got it on cold. And you know what? I liked it on warm. It was one that I warmed in open space. I think it would do better in my bedrooms, but in open space, it was a medium throw. I used the whole clamshell, and it's just really pretty. It's a pretty fruity floral with a touch of perfuminess. Nothing like Lucky in Love as far as intensity and perfume, but the amber, I think it's amber in here, right? Yeah, amber gives it a little bit of a perfuminess to it. So I really enjoyed this one. I have another bar. I liked it. I'm being super picky about what's going in my club, so I'm not going to put it in my club, but I really like this one. So that is Petals and Peaches. Okay. Now, I don't think I wrote anything else down in here. No, I didn't. So now the rest I'm going to have to rely on memory, and let's start off with Second and Spruce. So Second and Spruce, I melted Jack is Obsessed. Jack is Obsessed is basically a dupe of Jack's Obsession from Scentsy, and it's one of my favorite scents. That one is in my club, and this one, you guys, I warmed this in my bedroom. I just kind of split this in half and put it in two warmers here on either side of the room. 10 out of 10 throw. I left this on for 2 days. I know a lot of people think like Lavender wax doesn't last that long. It certainly can. It can. This was 2 days, 48 hours. Well, maybe not quite 48 hours because I did turn it off in the evening. Most of the time, I leave my warmers on at night when I'm sleeping. But this one was still so strong when I came in to go to bed. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sleep with this scent on. It's just very strong, even though it's a scent that I love. It's that juicy green apple, it's in cinnamon, it's a great scent. So fantastic dupe of Jack's Obsession. Really, really great. And I think I've had this since 2023. So this is over 2 years old and fantastic. So that is from Second and Spruce. Okay, let's move to these kind of onesies here. This is from That Smell Good shop. This one is blackberry jam butter cookie, biscuits and jam, and sword of destiny. So this is got that like blackberry jam cookie bakery note, and then swords of destiny is a smoky vanilla and palo santo blend. So this was from Shijo, who had sent it to me. She says she can't smell blackberry butter cookie, but I can, and I love blackberry. So thank you so much again for sending me. You were so generous in the That Smell Good shop scents that you sent me. I warmed this down in open space and in the guest room next door, and I give this like a 6 out of 10. This wasn't the strongest That Smell Good shop, but 6 out of 10, kind of medium throw in open space, and lasts, when I say all day, it's usually at least 8 hours, even though that could go on. It could be at least 8 hours, let's put it that way, from what I can remember. I think at the end of the day, I left it going the next, like in the evening, and then in the morning, I just switched it out. But yeah, a nice blackberry. I got a tiny bit of smoked vanilla, and I got some of that Palo Santo. So this was a nice scent, not a love, but I enjoyed it. So that is blackberry jam butter cookie, biscuits and jam, and sword of destiny from That Smell Good shop. Okay, here's a bummer. This one is from Rose Girls. It is from December of 2022, so 2 years old. I did mention in my top 5 vendors that I do feel like Rose Girls has an expiration date in some of her scents. Rose Girls for me would be, knowing what I know now, I feel like I would not buy as much as I did, because I still have a lot, but warm it, kind of warm it as you get it. I feel like it's ready to go. But this one, Berry Lovely Campfire Marshmallows, smell great on cold. It was a dud down in open space. I used it in open space and in the guest room next door. I just think like I let it, it's over 2 years old. I think I let it sit too long. That's not always the case, because I still have a lot of Rose Girls. In fact, I think March I'm going to focus on like really drawing down Rose Girls, because it is all from at least 2023. I didn't buy any in 2024. So I want to definitely use it up, because I do love Rose Girls. I do love her scents, but I felt like sometimes the longer I let it sit, the more I'm going to have issues in smelling the wax. Whereas had I warmed it within a few months of getting it, I wouldn't have had that issue. Okay, Salt Mountain Melts. This one is Twin Flame. This is vanilla, birch, campfire, marshmallow, and sugar cookie. This was poured October of 2023. So Twin Flame. I warmed this down in open space, and the remainder of what I had in the souffle in this bedroom. This one was like a 4 out of 10 throw in open space. I bumped it up to a 5 by using a tea light, because I did use a tea light for this downstairs. In the bedroom, it was just my Scentsy warmers. I really like this scent. Although it wasn't a powerhouse, it was a nice medium scent, and I really liked it. This was kind of comforting. It was just comforting. You got that marshmallow. I really do like birch a lot, and yeah, I enjoy this. I would get this one again. I liked it. So that is Twin Flame from Salt Mountain Melts. Then I have Lavender and Speckles. This is Whiskey Sweet and Palo Santo. Let me see if I can, no. It's getting dark in here and kind of depressing me, because I just did a lot of housework today. I didn't get outside. I thought I was going to go for a walk, and I'm like, man, the day's already almost over. But anyway, Whiskey Sweet and Palo Santo is golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries and Palo Santo. I'm warming this one here in not in open space, sorry. Here in the bedroom and in the bedroom next door. I split, did three of those, not biscuits. The buds, the little rose buds, the flower buds, whatever you call them. The bunts, I call them bunts, and not biscuits, but bunts. I warmed them in the bedroom, and I would say this was I'd give it a This one's playing hide and seek with me. I'd give this one like a 4 out of 10 in throw. And the reason I say hide and seek is when I'm in the room, I can't really smell it. But as soon as I step outside and come back in the room, I smell it. So it's playing hide and seek. It's been going for 9.5 hours. So it's been going on for a while. When I was downstairs, as I'm coming up the stairs, I can smell it. When I'm in the hallway, I can smell it. But when I'm in the room, I just don't smell it. So I think my nose it just goes blind pretty quickly to the scent. But if I walk away, like I said, and come back, or go downstairs where I have whipped frosting going and then come back, I can smell it. So yeah, this is a hide and seek scent. Sometimes that happens. I do like this scent, but I'm a little bummed that like when I'm in the room, I'm struggling to smell it. But out in the hallway and coming in and out, I can smell it. So interesting one for me. Whiskey, Sweet, and Paulo from Lavender and Speckles. All right, I might run out of my battery here, so I might have to pause, but we'll keep going. The Candle Nurse, this one is strawberry lemonade. This is strawberry jam, strawberry shortcake, vanilla bean, and sugared lemon. This is just a little sample. I got this little sample here, warmed it in the bedroom, kind of in that corner where I have a night warmer on that nightstand. And for just a small little sample, this filled the room. Great scent. I'm picky with strawberry. Although this isn't a scent that I would necessarily rebuy because I am picky with strawberry, it performed really well and I enjoyed it. I got the lemon, I got the strawberry. So I liked it. But I'm very picky with strawberry and lemonade. So it's not one I gravitate towards, but I was so impressed with just a little sample in here, filled up this room. So that is strawberry lemonade. And then downstairs, I warmed Aquaman D yesterday. This one is vanilla bean Noel, fire roasted marshmallows, salty sea air, and roasted pine cones. This was poured June of 2024. And first time warming the Candle Nurse down in open space, I think. Maybe I'd done one before. But, it's such a nice scent. This one, I'd say, is a little softer. I would give this a medium throw. But, you got the salty sea air. This kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Beach Nights type of scent. You got that vanilla bean. You got the marshmallow. I got some of the roasted pine cones. This was really pretty. This is my kind of scent. I liked it. It was beautiful and medium throw down in open space. I did use one Scentsy warmers, so there were 6 in here. I used Scentsy warmers for 5 and then a hot plate for like the 6th one. So I did use the whole bag downstairs, but that was Aquaman D. Okay, last but not least, let's see if my battery dies. Last but not least, I have some Knowles Farm scents here. I have 4. Only one I think that I haven't talked about. So we'll start with that one. This one is Midnight. This is bergamot, orange zest, clove leaf, peppercorn, lavender, amberwood, leather, and musk. Midnight. So just as Lucky in Love from Scentsy was very feminine, very perfumey, this was very masculine, very cologne-y. Strong performer. I warmed this up in the bedrooms. I warmed this a few times. Okay, definitely my battery's dying, so I'll be right back. Back right when I came back upstairs, like battery dead, so perfect timing. And going back to the nose blindness with the whiskey sweet. Yeah, I could smell it as soon as I walked back in here, so scents are very interesting. Okay, Midnight. Very masculine, very cologne-like. I definitely got the muskiness. I think this was maybe a little too musky for me. And I do love musk. Maybe it's with the leather too, like the leather and the musk was maybe a little much. And the amberwood, probably. Those are what I was getting a lot of. But I do get some of that orange and the bergamot, and I do get some of that peppercorn as well. So I do get all the scent notes that I'm used to. Knowles Farm scents, like really smelling all those things, but it was a little too much masculine for me. And that was Midnight. Okay, these next ones, I think I've talked about all of them before, but I finished them up. This is Cookies, Campfire, and Chaos, Pink Sugar, Campfire, Marshmallow, Sugar Cookie, Royal, and Peppermint. I love this one, and I will probably say that this and Aquaman D from the Candle Nurse were my favorite melts of the year. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? What's wrong with my brain? Were my favorite melts of the week. This is one that I finished up downstairs, and yeah, I loved it. You get the bakery in there, but you also get some of that campfire marshmallow, like just a hint of peppermint, but it's more just mintiness. Loved it. So that is Cookies, Campfire, and Chaos performed great for me downstairs in open space. Okay, Frosted Lavender Bash. This might have been the one last week where I'm like, oh, I just have 2 little pieces and I'll use it in the bathroom. Always loud cars, every video. Birthday cake, lavender, pink sugar, and candy cane. I definitely get the candy cane in here. The lavender is a little bit more in the background, and but I get some of that birthday cake bakery scent with it. I like this one a lot as well. Great performer. This one was poured, I think all of these were poured the same one. Yeah, November of 2024. So that's Frosted. Maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. No, this was June. This was June of 2024. See? Liar, liar. Okay. 'Tis the Season is from November of 2024. This is green tart, juicy apple, cranberry, cinnamon, and vanilla. So I finished this one up as well. And this one I would absolutely get again. It's a scent that I feel like you could warm year round because it's like a fruity scent, but it is also got the cranberry in there and the apple, which makes it perfect for this time of year where you might be tired of these woodsy scents, but and so you want something different. So fruity, but it's not like summer fruit, you know what I mean? So I really like this. The apple in here is juicy, fantastic scent, performed great for me. 'Tis the season. So I think I warm Knowles Farm scents just about every week. It's one that I gravitate towards. It's one that I have a lot of wax, and so that's part of it too. I'm really trying to warm more than what I'm bringing in, and yeah, so here we are, last week of February, and this is what I have left in my melting basket. Not a lot for this week, you know. I mean, I have like 4 Scentsy bars, some Salt Mountain Melts, a couple of that Smell Good shop. So had I not gone, you know, been on a work trip, I think I would have been almost near done with this, with that melting basket. So I do like seeing it full at the beginning of the month, and then, you know, I'm a visual person, so I like seeing it go down. I feel like, oh, if I made a dent. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do for March. Let me know if you have any, if you have a theme that you're thinking about for March. Yeah, I don't know yet, but, I'm excited to shop my stash and then figure out what I'm going to melt in March. And, that's it. That's all I can think about. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I've been watching there's always good TV. I feel like there's always good TV. So I was watching Paradise on Hulu. I mentioned that in my Facebook group. And if you want to join my Facebook group and didn't know I had one, I will leave that in the description box below. A few of you shared some other shows you're watching, but Paradise on Hulu has been a good one. I just started watching Reacher season 3 over the weekend, and I started with I watched season 1. Now I'm moving on to season 2 of The Night Agent on Netflix. So those are my recent TV things, and yeah, we could talk about this stuff during a coffee chat live on my weekly warming videos or my monthly check-in. Still thinking about that. If you have thoughts, let me know. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you enjoy this, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much. And I will chat with you later. Bye-bye.